Hi, everyone. Welcome to More Books with B. Sharice. I am your host, B. Sharice Moore. Thank you so much for tuning in again this week. And happy Black History Month. It's first full week of February. And I plan on highlighting two books each week for the rest of February. All right, so two books each week. So I'm going to push myself to do it. I pretty much have all of them lined out. I'm going to be highlighting a bunch of independent authors that I met and came across in one of my Facebook groups. And I plan on definitely, shouting them out and giving them some love and reviewing some of their books, as well as some other books that I've read previously that I think should be highlighted on the show and that you should, share with your children. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Press that subscribe button and definitely make those comments because I love comments and I definitely will be sure that I respond. Okay. All right. So the book that I want to highlight today is a graphic novel, and really I think this is classified as a comic, but I'm not quite sure. Sometimes graphic novels are a little bit thicker. You refer to thicker books as, graphic novels, whereas the smaller, versions are comics. So technically, this is a comic. And it is a series, and it is called Tuskegee Heirs. All right, Tuskegee Heirs. All right. So if you are wondering what these little squiggles are, this is an actual signed copy by both the author and the artist. Okay, so I got this signed by Marcus Williams and Greg Burnham a couple years ago when I was a panelist at BlurredCon. And myself and I believe, yeah, it was definitely not Greg because I met Greg later on downstairs and we're Facebook friends now. But I met Marcus on the panel, and it was a panel about superheroes at BlurredCon, which is a convention for Black nerds throughout the country. It's in Crystal City, and it's held every single July. And so I met him there, and I really enjoyed what he had to say, on the panel. So I just knew I wanted to support. Walked on down, they both signed, a copy of the comic, and it's been a hit in my classroom. As you can see, it's kind of worn and torn. Yeah. And I actually keep this copy at my desk because I don't want my students to destroy it. And if you look, it's like ripped and everything. But you know what? That lets you know. That lets you know the students like it. They really enjoy this comic. And this is one of the first things that they pull off the shelves when I tell them to choose a book from our little classroom library behind me. Okay. So I would recommend Tuskegee Heirs for grades 5 and up. Grades 5 and up. And I'm going to tell you something about Tuskegee Heirs that I really like. The vocabulary is fantastic. Okay, fantastic vocabulary. So Tuskegee Heirs is I want to call it historical science fiction. All right, because it's about a group of airmen and airwomen, all right, who are actually in the future. Okay, I think this takes place in 2000 and is it 81? Oh gosh, I hate when I don't remember these really tiny details. But anyway, it's far in the future. Okay, it's far in the future, not 10 years from now, not 20 years from now, but far in the future. And this group of Black airmen, Tuskegee Airmen, all right, are actually fighting these artificial intelligent robots in the future in order to protect, the earth. And I really enjoy it because, first of all, I love the art. And you guys remember the last couple graphic novels that I've talked to you about, be it New Kid, be it I think I did American Born Chinese. One of the things that drew me to it was the art. All right, so if you open it up, okay, these are some samples of the artwork inside. All right, and it just really is fantastic, and I enjoy it. I enjoyed it, and you know what's funny? As I was reading, especially the battle scenes, like I can hear the clack, 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 and all those zoom, and the bombs going off, and the planes diving, and you know, swerving through the air. I could just hear it, and this comic really gave me a complete reading experience. You can read it in one sitting, all right. So it's a pretty quick read, all right. But it's really chock full of a lot of great vocabulary specifically about um, aircrafts, and that's not something I'm very well versed in at all. But I appreciated what this story taught me about aircrafts. All right. And I actually just left a meeting, a department chair meeting. Well, not department chair meeting, but a department English language arts department meeting. And we were talking about vocabulary and how important it is that our children and our students are exposed to more vocabulary. Usually in the standardized tests, that's a place where they struggle. All right. And we have to make sure that we expose them to more vocabulary as well. And, upper echelon, higher end, vocabulary so that they will have an easier time, of course, conquering these tests, but just in everyday life, having a robust vocabulary matters. It really matters, and I believe that it's helped me through life. You know what I mean? Just I have a decent vocabulary. I guess I'm being a little bit modest. It's pretty good, and I think that it's really helped me over the years. So, as the story goes, all right, these young people, these young airmen and airwomen, are on a mission. And this is the first comic in the series. Like I said it before, Tuskegee Heirs is a series. So they've been right now pretty much like training. All right. So they go out in formations, and they're basically preparing for something, but you don't know as a reader what it is. And the cool thing is the airmen and airwomen don't really know what they're preparing for until later on in the comic as well. And things really get serious, deeper into the comic, into the story. And they end up facing an enemy that they didn't know about previously. So I recommend Tuskegee Heirs for your reluctant readers and for your struggling readers, but I only recommend it if you are committed to reading it with them. All right, because the vocabulary is so it's just a little bit difficult. I think that those particular readers are going to need someone nearby to help them through the comic, through the story. Okay. Um, but I also think this is good for those of you who have children and students who just love to read comic books, to be quite honest. This is a big draw for my male students. My male students immediately go to Tuskegee Heirs. And they always ask me, Miss Moore, do you have any more? Do you have any more? Do you have any more? And I keep telling them that I don't, and I'm going to order more, which I promise I will. I haven't, but I will because it's pretty popular in my class. Okay, so pick up Tuskegee Heirs. Please support Marcus Williams and Greg Burnham. They are fantastic. Their stories are complex. The art is beautiful. It is engaging, and it's great to just look at. All right. These are just very entertaining. All right. I'm going to get the next few books in the series. I'm going to make sure that I drop their website so that you guys can support. And as an extension activity, why don't you have the students look up the history of the Tuskegee Airmen? All right. I love that this evokes, the Tuskegee Airmen of World War II. And that's the historical element that, of course, I appreciate as someone who really enjoys history. All right. So, Tuskegee Heirs, Flames of Destiny is the first in the comics. It's by Greg Burnham and Marcus Williams. Check them out. Have your children look up the Tuskegee Airmen. All right. And I thank y'all so much for checking me out. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in a couple days with a brand new book. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care.